Starting off with the exterior of the consoles, both are well built and have a nice premium finish. Where they differ is in the shape. The first thing you notice is the difference in width between the Slim and the original. While on video, they don't seem to be that much different in width. In the hand, the Slim feels worlds apart from the original. Now, comfort is subjective and depends on the size of your hands. People with small hands can go either way, as the reduced rear finger holds on the 1000 are still large enough for your hands, and some people report they like the more substantial size and weight of the 1000. For those of us with normal to large sized hands, I find the Slim to be more comfortable, as the thicker top and bottom bezel on the rear gives your hands somewhere to hold. With the 1000, I would often find myself accidentally activating the rear touchpad. This may seem like a minor difference, but in my experience, the 1000 tends to cramp my hands after a couple hours of playtime, meanwhile the Slim does not. For the exterior, the 1000 has a glass panel covering the whole front side, and it has a silver plastic trim around the console. The 2000 has a segmented front with a distinct glass panel for the screen, and separate plastic trim surrounding the buttons. It also loses the silver trim of the 1000 and extends the matte finish from the rear to the sides. The buttons are largely the same on the face, but the Select, PS, and Start button are different between the two consoles. The 1000 has a flat design on them, meanwhile the 2000 makes them protrude and circular. The shoulder buttons are also different. In the 1000 they feel softer and mushier, and in the 2000 they feel tighter and clickier. As for battery life, the battery lasts between 4 to 5 hours on the 1000 and between 5 to 7 hours on the 2000. It is also worth noting the 1000 uses a proprietary Sony charging cable, meanwhile the 2000 uses a micro USB. Now, for what most people consider the biggest difference between the two consoles, the screen. Famously, the 1000 has an OLED panel, meanwhile the 2000 has an LCD panel. Public opinion might lead you to believe the 1000 has a far superior screen due to the more saturated colors and deeper blacks. However, fortunate for the Slim buyer, the difference is not as drastic as people make it seem. Overall, colors look brighter and more saturated on the OLED panel. Meanwhile, on the LCD of the 2000, colors look warmer and more natural. As for the selling point of an OLED, the deep blacks, there's surprisingly not as large a difference as you would expect between the two panels. The OLED technology used back in 2013 for the original Vita is not nearly as impressive as modern OLEDs. In dark scenes, the screen still emits a faint glow. Additionally, in dark scenes you can notice the mirror effect present on OLED Vitas, which look like small black smears throughout the screen. Taking this into account, blacks displayed on both panels aren't all that different. In fact, blacks are more uniform on the LCD Vita as it doesn't suffer from the mirror effect. Overall, I prefer the screen of the Slim, as the colors look more natural and the blacks are more uniform. As for luminosity, they have a very similar maximum brightness, yet they differ greatly at minimum brightness. The 2000 is able to get much dimmer, and this is a difference between getting your eyes scorched into raisins or being able to see the next day. In terms of audio, there is a noticeable difference between the speakers of the two consoles. The Slim speakers get louder and sound higher fidelity. So which should you buy? In my opinion, overall the Slim is the better choice, due to its superior battery life and ergonomics. However, if you love a screen with bright saturated colors and can overlook comfort and battery life, then the Vita 1000 is the one for you.